Hey up, you beautiful buggers, how the devil are we all doing? It's 3 Naked Garys, and this week I've been a busy boy, so for this video I'm going to be showing you 5 of my favourite camp locations with pre-existing structures. Beautiful. For our first spot, we're just to the right of Vault 76, in the forest, you know, the best region on the entire map, and what we've got here is what I believe to be a viewing platform. Now, I know it looks simple and nothing too fancy, but trust me, you can do some pretty amazing builds here. The most common builds I've seen done here are where people have incorporated the stairs and the platform itself into an house, like an entranceway, and log cabins in particular look absolutely bloody fantastic here. Now then, enemies wise, I've never actually seen any here, but granted I've not been here that often. There is like a murderer's cabin over in that corner there. You can't build in it, but I do know that dogs spawn there for a fact. Anything else, well, your guess is as good as mine really. There is a settler spawn here. Again, like I said before, I've not been here that often, but he seems to be here every time that I've had a nosy around the place, which is fantastic if you like settlers or you like having an NPC running around your camp. If you don't like them, they're fun to catapult off the cliff or torture in any way that you see fit. And of course, with this being a viewing platform, as the name suggests, you do have quite a decent view of the forest here. Simply lovely. For our second location, we're just across from Foundation, and this one's pretty damn sweet. I do like this spot. I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be. We have a viewing platform over here. Yeah, but we also have a tightrope going across this ravine here. Now, I am aware that America has had some strange pastimes over the course of its history. I don't mean that as an insult, by the by. I'm British. All we do is sit in our houses saluting the mandatory picture of the Queen that we all have. But if you're telling me that this wasn't set up so the guy would fall to his death, then you're a bloody liar. What was I on about again? Oh yeah, camp location. Sorry, went off on a tangent then. If you're after a location with amazing views, a nice little structure that you can incorporate into your camp, then this one's absolutely spot on for you. And of course, with having access to the aforementioned tightrope, if you do finally come to the realization that you've spent way too much time in this game, you can throw your character off it. Now then, I think it's about time that I show you some camp locations that we can actually build inside of, you know, for those who don't want to spend all of the free time making a camp. And that's exactly what you can do with location number 3. We've got these 2 pre-war houses here in the Cocaine Valley, and they are absolutely incredible, to be honest with you. They're in really good condition, you can move straight into them, and you don't have to worry about building any kind of structure at all. Just throw down your crafting benches, a couple of stash boxes, and Bob's your uncle. And to top it off, at least one of these houses even has a working bed that you can sleep in. How bloody amazing's that? Nope. Now I will say, guys, some of these pre-existing structures, they can be hard to place items down in, and it's a recurring comment that I get on any video that I show houses in and whatnot. But there is a really simple walk around to this. It's not ideal, but it works. Choose whatever item you want to put down, place it down on a doormat first, and then you should be able to put that item down wherever the bloody hell you want. Is this an ideal solution to the problem? No, is it bloody hell? But in a broken game like 76, we've got to take every walk around we can get. And just to wrap this one up, there is indeed enemies here. Usually I see ghouls or scorched for some unknown reason. But yeah, other than that, you're pretty safe. For location 4, we're staying in the Cocaine Valley, and this is probably one of the coolest locations that you can put your camp down at. What we have here is a lakeside diner. Well, it was a lakeside diner until the bombs went off, but you know what I'm saying. Now, before we even get into this, I will say there is a shit ton of enemies here, but nothing really to worry about. You've got a couple of ghouls inside and a couple of friendly little fireworks that scamper around the exterior. Nothing too dramatic at all. I'm sure a couple of turrets will be able to solve the issue. Just ignore that little fella in the distance over there. She won't give you any trouble. Most of the time. But anyway, let's stop focusing on these negatives and start looking at some of the positives of this location. As I said, you're right by the lake. Yep, simply lovely. And the main thing that we're just, you know, the elephant in the room that we're ignoring, it's a bloody diner. And yes, I do believe it is the only diner that you can build in on the entire bloody map. So even if the enemies were a problem, if you really wanted a diner and can't be arsed building one yourselves because it's overly complicated now, you've got no bloody choice. It's like that old saying, when life gives you lemons, rub it in an open wound. Honestly though, guys, it is a pretty cool structure in it. You can't deny that. And you'll be happy to know, putting items down inside of it, you don't need any mats, just choose what you want and slap it down. I mean, the ghouls may destroy it shortly after, but that's beside the point. You can also build around it as well, so if you really wanted to get creative, throw down some foundations around it and build a little home on the side of it. I don't know, just throwing some ideas out there. It is a pretty sweet location, guys. Yes, it does have its challenges with the aggressive creatures wandering around, but if you come from somewhere like Leeds, for example, it'll feel just like home. For our final location, yep, don't worry, it's nearly over. You don't have to endure much more of this. We're just up from Charleston train station, back in the forest, you know, the best region on map. Beautiful. And what do we have here then? Well, we have ourselves a nice little shack with a friendly little settler just waiting for us to mutilate him outside. Now, it is a small abode, there's not much in it, but we do have a bed, and round the back we do have a workbench, which is very, very nice indeed. The shack itself looks pretty cool as well, with plenty of potential to, you know, build an extension, add on to it a little bit, and probably the pièce de résistance, as the Spanish say, is this view. I mean, look at that, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? Just ignore all the power lines that are obscuring most of the view, and just, you know, take in what you can actually see. Enemies wise, there isn't any up here. Nope, let me rephrase that. I don't believe there's any up here. There quite very well possibly could be. That's going to be one for you to find out, and for you to let me know in the comments what an absolute tit I am. You know, when it turns out that a deathclaw can randomly spawn there, or something along them lines. Anyhow, guys, that is it from me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all my Patreons. The extra support is much appreciated, and if that's something that any of you want to get involved with, the link is down in the description. While you're down there, why not have a look at the Discord? There's a link there, and if you click on it, it'll take you to the Discord. I know, it's mad how technology works, isn't it? That's obviously totally free, and you get to listen to Captain Beardy talk about feet a lot. But I know you're probably thinking, Christ TNG, I just want to leave this video. I get it, that's totally understandable, but before you close the window, could you please leave a like on this video if you did like it, and if you want to hear more ramblings from me, consider hitting that subscribe button too. Anyhow, as we say in the north, I'll love you and leave you, and I'll catch you next one.